Well, back to Fog Wrestling, and since the dead man is now officially dead, we're going to be doing all his WrestleMania matches. How many was there? 26?
Oh, hell, his debut was in WrestleMania
91.
4?
No, fuck. About 7 or something? Well, think if it was 1498, take away 7 years, yeah, it would be 7.
Who fucking cares, right? He had a lot of WrestleMania.
And he missed out 2019.
He had a lot of WrestleMania matches, so
we're going to go from left to right. Not gonna lie, like I did, I haven't watched every single match here.
Well, I have, and I'm not entirely sure what order.
So you've watched Undertaker King Kong Bundy?
Yep.
When? About fucking 50 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, not the greatest match, but
just a bit bearable.
Is that what we're going with?
Nah, fuck it. That's what it was.
Nah, it was bad. Like I'm not gonna say it was great because it was Taker, and Taker's a legend. This match was shite. King Kong Bundy.
Oh well.
I mean, King Kong Bundy. It was just one of those heels that was around in the 80s, just so Hogan could do a comeback on. Do you know what I mean? That's the guy's only purpose. Because see back in the day, heels were. I mean, people overrate the 80s, right? Fact is, most of the heels were shite. They were just big fat guys that had to be bigger than Hulk Hogan, so that it looked like he could get beat, and then he could, when he would do his comeback and win, it would be impressive.
Right.
The best heels, to be honest, they were probably from the 80s. Probably, like, obviously Ric Flair's up there, and Rick Rude probably, and trying to think who else was a heel in the 80s. Maybe Ted DiBiase was no bad, but I mean that's it. See all these big guys, they were all shite, and they were just there for
Damn right. Next up, looks like it's Diesel in the Tombstone, and that would have been Mania what 96.
Right, so obviously the backstory to this is Diesel costing Taker the title at a couple of pay-per-views before the Mania.
I should know this. I watched this. Well, I say not too long ago. It would have been about a year ago.
Oh, do you want to explain what happened then?
I can't really remember what happened. So therefore, to me, it couldn't have been that good.
The best thing about this match, or should I say feud, was they wanted to book that Undertaker would come up from the ring. And during Brett versus Diesel, after Diesel had jackknifed Brett, and he would Taker would pull Diesel out of the ring, kind of, or underneath the ring.
But Brett didn't want that to happen.
And Brett thought that made him look weak because it would have looked as if Diesel had the match won, and Taker cost him the match. But obviously, it would have boosted Taker's match with Diesel, whereas everybody knew that fucking Michaels was going to beat.
And then Taker called him out. He was like, "God damn it, everything ain't about you."
Yeah, so Brett was crying and Taker, "God damn it, not everything is about you." Well, I think there was an F-bomb dropped in there. I can't remember the exact
point.
Quote,
is, Undertaker thought Bret Hart's a shite bag and got fucking stuck straight into him.
For a big match, I mean, if this was decent for a big guy match.
Yeah, to me,
the feud
it'll probably
was
be
alright.
the best. Well, probably it'll be one of the better big man matches Taker's had. So we'll put it in at decent.
I mean,
yes.
the feud was alright, and the match was alright.
Right,
so.
talk about a big man match that's just I watched this not too long ago. Sid Taker Mania 13 main event. I think this was pish.
I'm not a big fan of Sid. I mean, people are going to say
he's
Sid
a fucking
Vicious
retard.
Yeah, again, he was another big guy to be a heel. Well, he did have a face run, but to be a heel back in the day, that was pretty much all you needed just to be big, which does make sense. But at the same time, looking back at it, not a lot of the heels have aged well, and I don't mean they don't look good now. I mean, like their work, their performances.
That's true as well.
But I mean, they haven't aged well in terms of you look back and you go, "Fuck me, that era wasn't good."
This as well. You've got to factor in. This is the main event. It's the worst bought pay-per-view. One of the worst. It's one of the worst, isn't it? Or is it the worst?
No wonder. Like, I mean, let's be real. No wonder.
Austin Brett was so much better than this match. But I guess if you put the title on them two, you take away for 2 matches just to make one look up better.
Yeah.
And I think it's going, I'd say, bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than King Kong Bundy, but it was bad. I can see an argument for why you'd put it in just about bearable. I wouldn't mind doing that, but I've got no issue with it being in bad either. So
yep. So Undertaker Kane.
Right. First match. I mean, I think this was great.
Yes, it's the first one. Yes.
It was first real. I think it was the first match Kane Taker had. Obviously, the interactions, but this was the first match they had, and it went pretty long. It was a good match for big men, but I'll be honest, Kane was still pretty green around this time.
He kicked out of 3 tombstones.
He did well. No, he kicked out of 2. He got beaten the 4th
Well,
one.
you know what I mean.
But the story going into this like makes it obviously, and I think the match was passable as well. I don't think it's up there with the best ever. I think it was good. It was good.
So
But
second or third here.
Well, I would put it in lovely stuff.
Well, that's alright then.
Not exactly what I would have named the tiers like, but I can't. I don't know. I can't really. To me, if I was putting it in best ever, I'd be doing it just because I'm a big fan of Kane and Undertaker. But I can't. You know what I mean? It's just what it is.
No, it's definitely not the best ever. Just like the Raw 4 match, and the Raw 4 match just didn't have the story.
Yeah, I mean,
Guess it was the return of the dead man. He saved, he helped Vince. Blah blah blah. Next, we have got the Big Boss Man versus Ministry Taker.
I mean, this was shit. Nobody wanted to see this. Taker versus Big Boss Man.
I think people go in this match too much. Like, no one wanted to see it, but I think the visual of Big Boss Man getting hanged was pretty cool. Like,
I mean,
the brood coming down. But I think it's getting stuck in bad for Michael Cole's selling of it. Guy's getting hung, and he's making it as if he's way to the shop.
Well, that's Michael Cole for you. I don't think it's right to fucking just shit in the match just because Michael Cole. I would put it in just a bit bearable.
Yeah.
I thought it was alright.
Iconic moment, but see, for the Attitude Era, like, you'd expect Taker to have a better opponent than the Big Boss Man. Like, he had a feud with Shamrock around that time. Remember Shamrock come out with the baseball bat?
Yeah, it would have been much better, but
Put fucking Shamrock in it.
Shamrock in a cage against Taker, I would have been up for that. But we didn't get to see it.
Right, anyway. Triple H, Undertaker, the first one.
WrestleMania, the one that WWE tried to forget about. This was a great match. Fucking brilliant match. Undertaker coming out in his American Badass gimmick. Just everything about this was top notch. They were fighting on the scaffolding. Triple H, Taker with a chokeslam after the scaffolding. Towards the end, ref gets knocked down. Triple H hits Taker with a sledgehammer. Everyone thought it was like legit over. I thought it was over.
The referee selling though in the ring for about half an hour was a bit.
Yeah, and then Taker, wins with the last ride. But I mean, this was a great match. Is it the best Triple H Undertaker match? I think so. Out of the 3 Mania matches, I'd say this one was probably the best.
But would you describe it as best ever?
No, I wouldn't say it's best ever. Like,
I'm not saying best ever. There can only be one match in best ever.
I wouldn't put this best ever. I'd probably put it above Kane and Taker. Like,
yes, not as good as story, but
yeah,
nowhere near as good as story. But there you go. Right,
but the story was, remember Taker getting arrested and stuff leading up to it, and he Triple H vandalising his bike. It was a good.
True, but it was only like a 3-week build.
I know, but I think they did a good job with what they were given.
It wasn't
you know what I mean?
Like a year build.
Yeah.
Right, Ric Flair versus The Undertaker.
Alright, so
I'll be real, I don't really remember this match. I just remember him battering David Flair in some bathroom stall.
Basically, this happened because Ric Flair, if I can remember correctly, he drafted Taker to Raw, and Taker didn't want to be on Raw.
Maybe he should have been number 1.
I mean, so Taker didn't want to be on Raw, and then Taker was kind of calling out Flair. I think Taker wanted the match, but Flair didn't want it, so Taker was trying to push him into a match. He battered Arn Anderson, and I mean, that got Flair pretty hot, and then he went to some high school gym and battered, bloodied his son. Was it Reed or Rick? It would have been, no, it wouldn't have Reed. Well, it's not Rick.
I think it's David.
David.
That's the thing, he was a wrestler in WCW. It's not like he just went and battered his son. Can he not defend himself?
Yeah, well, he was pissing WCW.
Yeah, I know.
He was there because he was.
How didn't y'all hold the belt? Everyone held the belt.
I don't know.
Anyway, where's this going?
It wasn't bad, but this was one of Flair. This was like one of Flair's first matches, like back for retirement, and I believe he'd fought Vince in the previous pay-per-view or
Rumble. See, to be honest, I think this match actually could have been better in like 07 or something.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, as weird as it is, like 6 years down the line, Flair was actually in better. It wasn't good because I remember even like listening to the Ruthless Aggression story when Triple H and Flair got teamed up. Head was gone. He thought he was shite. He thought he was done. And at this stage, let's be honest, he pretty much was done. If you'd have told me in 2001, Ric Flair's going to get rejuvenated and he's going to be like a major part of a stable and he's going to go on and have some of his better matches and have a classic with Michaels at Mania 24, I thought, nah, you're talking piss. This guy's done. He's past it. But he did go on to have better stuff. But this match, it wasn't that great. I'd say it was decent.
Above,
I'd probably put it above Diesel, Taker. I mean, even when Flair went for his Irish whip into the rope turnbuckle thing, he botched it and they had to do it again.
Yes, I see that.
You remember that? So,
I don't like doing stuff again like that.
if it fucks up, you just ignore it. Right, up next.
Taker against A-Train and Big Show. The big bastard had the job.
This was shite. It was well, no, it wasn't bearable. You'd be lying if you said this was bearable. I'd say it was.
No. I'm actually going to put it in here, right? Know why? Because for that period of time,
the roster was so good.
You could have had anyone in here.
No, but I think Taker against A-Train, a one-on-one match would have been better. I think just to have the handicap match.
Why's Big Show? Why you fucking wrong in there?
Well, I'm not even saying if Taker Big Show would have been better.
I know, yes, it would have been.
It's just see to have the handicap match with Nathan Jones to make a run out at the end, a guy that should never have been anywhere fucking near this match. But even as green as Nathan Jones was, Nathan Jones against Taker would have just been better. This was absolute shite. I don't know why it happened, and it is probably.
2003, like, look at the cut. I mean, this match make Mania 19 look pish.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the people they had in the roster at that stage, and the best they could give you was Taker versus A-Train and Big Show in a throwaway handicap match.
I mean, you could have seen a Taker here, like you could have.
Right, up next,
Kane Taker Mania 20.
Right,
I like the way this is going in order. Now it's just fucking some free thrown at the end.
So, Taker Kane. Not as good as the first match, in my opinion. Definitely not as good as the first match.
It killed the American Badass in the build-up, and I don't like that.
Yeah, it killed the American Badass, then, the Dead Man, the Phenom returned. The story was pretty good, obviously. You had Kane helping Vince McMahon beat Taker in that Buried Alive match, but the match itself wasn't good, and it was very short. Now, I don't know why. I don't know if someone had an injury going in. Obviously, it's about 15 years ago, so it's hard to remember. Probably a lot more than 15, I don't know.
16.
Point is, right, it wasn't that good, and the fact that it was short, they kind of know it wasn't good, or they knew it wasn't going to be good. I'd put this in... Is it just a bit bearable, or is it bottom of decent? I'd say just a bit... No, I'd say it's the bottom of decent. Like, wasn't
fair enough.
Wasn't that bad, like, but it wasn't good, let's be real.
Yes. Next up, Orton Undertaker Mania... Goes Hollywood.
Alright, Undertaker, Legend Killer versus Undertaker, streak on the line.
Hey, nothing you can say.
Remember Orton wins his Survivor Series match and then Taker appears out of nowhere at the end of the show. Orton shits himself. I mean, the build-up was alright. He'd Cowboy Bob Orton.
No, that's 2005 Survivor Series. That's not the build-up for us.
What was that for then?
Hell in a Cell at Armageddon 2005.
What they fucking do, right?
I've actually no idea how this match came together.
I mean, I think it was a decent match. I think it's overrated. I'd probably put it
in here.
Aye.
Or in there.
I'd say it was probably better than the Flair Taker match, but the build-up was. I'd put it between Diesel and Flair. I'd put it in there. So,
right, fair enough. Right, Mark Henry casket match. I think this is pish.
Didn't like it. I'd say it was
basically the feud is he costing the title against Angle, yes?
Yep, I'd say it was just a bit bearable. I mean, for a Mark Henry match, it wasn't bad, but I just feel at this stage of Mark Henry's career on the roster, let's be honest, he definitely had been better. And he was just a big guy, wasn't he? It's just another big guy for Taker to go against. It was nothing great. He had no gimmick. World's Strongest Man, you're using the same rehash shit for 10 years ago with no real... Do you know what I mean? You can't just bury a guy for fucking 4 years on the roster and then say, he used to be the world's strongest man and that makes him a viable... No, it doesn't work like that.
I know. Next up, Batista, Undertaker, WrestleMania 23.
Right, a lot of people hate him, Batista, and I think he's a big fucking massive lefty, right?
He hates Trump, fuck him.
His ring works... His ring works pish, right? But this was a good match. I'd say this is definitely...
His ring works pish, I would say that, like...
Alright, but he's not a great fucking worker, right? Let's be honest. He needs to be against someone good. He needs to be against a good ring work. You know what I mean? He ain't going to get a great match out of somebody. Somebody's going to get a great match out of Batista. And
no.
That's how... Yes.
No, yes, I agree. But I mean, you could argue this... I'm not saying Taker's better than Batista, but I mean, you could argue the same with Taker. Like, there's a few people here that there's a lot of people that could get a better match out of them.
True, but I mean, how much... Is Shawn Michaels, King Kong Bundy going to be in the best ever? Like...
No, but I'd say it could fucking be in the middle. Like,
Aye, but that's because fucking Michaels is like god tier. Taker's up there, but Michaels is the best ever. You know what I mean? That's what it is. I'd put this lovely stuff. I'd say
bottom.
maybe I
Right, fair enough.
bottom. Well, what do you think? Your fucking opinion as well? Like, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not standing up for Batista. I'd say it goes in there. I'm not a Batista mark. He's pissed. He fucking hates Trump. So
plus again, I fucking into this. I genuinely felt Batista could win. To me, during the streak, it helped when Taker was in matches he thought he could lose. See, when he was in a match he felt there was no chance he could lose. To me, apart from obviously at the start because the streak wasn't like a big thing, but I think once the streak got to a big thing, just him being in a match where you didn't think he was going to have any, it's like he was never losing to Mark Henry. He was never losing the streak to A-Train Big Show. It was just never fucking happening.
Damn right. Next up, the Rated R Superstar.
Right, Edge, Taker, Mania 24.
Yes.
It was good. I'd probably put it. Remember the Edge heads into. I mean, it was a good match. Taker wins with a submission, like, but
see, to me, heel Edge against Taker's just not. He's never going to beat him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
He can maybe beat him at a B pay-per-view.
No, but they're
But
never.
fuck,
Really...
what, beat the streak? How's he going to beat him clean?
I know, I mean.
He's not like. He's not a heel where he's fucking like Triple H sadistic.
I don't think Edge Taker matches ever really. It was. I mean, it was good. It was. I'd say it's probably bottom of lovely stuff. Like,
I think they actually shafted Edge with some of the booking. Like, see with Orton, they booked him like sadistic. He could beat anyone. Why couldn't they do that with Edge? It was always Edge was a chicken shit, and they always fluked it.
yeah, I know.
It was kind of like Triple H, but not to the sort. Not
The only guy they hadn't really ever beat was fucking Foley. But I mean,
like Triple H in Evolution. He could beat anyone, but he also
could
locked
get
into
help.
a lot of
Yeah, I
ones.
mean, who could Edge beat really? I mean,
Fucking and Edge had the edge heads, not Evolution.
I don't know what I said. Edge heads.
That's what I'm
Ultimate
saying.
Rider.
That's what I'm
fuck
saying.
it.
Right, where's
Yeah,
this
well,
going?
I'd say it was good. I'd put it in the bottom. I'd say it's better than decent. Like, I'd say it's bottom of lovely stuff.
Right, true. Right, next up, Shawn Michaels, 25. Right, we'll just
Best ever. I mean, let's say about this a bit. I mean, probably the best wrestling match of non-gimmicky. Best wrestling match of all time. Name me something that comes close. I can't think of one.
Okada Omega.
Fuck off. Meltzer, go kill yourself. Right, up next.
I'm in my basement. Right, 26.
26. Again, I'd put it in the best ever. Not as good as the first match. There was injuries, concussions early on, but I mean the story, the streak versus the career of Michaels. To me, I think it's better. I'll always consider this match better than 25 because of the story, the stipulation.
Oh, so we're putting it above it?
Why would? What's up to you?
Alright.
What do you think?
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's career ending. Like, the first time around, it's just, can I beat it? Second time around, it's, I need to beat it.
If someone says to you, you can only see our matches, you can only watch. There's one you can never watch again. What one would it be?
Never watch again?
Yeah.
It'll be the first one.
Even though
you'd
it's
rather watch his last match.
Even though it's the better match, it's you know what I mean. It's like it is what it is.
Right, Taker Triple H Mania 27. This match carried the show, but it wasn't that. It was alright. Like,
This is the one. This wasn't the Hell in a Cell one, was it?
no.
No, this one was good. It genuinely looked like Triple H had Taker beat. I remember Taker looked fucking done, but then he manages to lock in the that guillotine Hell's Gate chokehold thingy, and Triple H passed out with the sledgehammer in his hand, and it was like, see, it was teasing you because you thought Triple H was going to fight back and hit him with the sledgehammer.
And they smashed through the coal mine.
Aye. So where are you putting it?
I'd say there.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Right, Hell in a Cell, end of an era.
You had more. You had Metallica playing. This was good. Shawn Michaels. I mean, see when Michaels hits the sweet chin music and Triple H has the pedigree. You tell me you didn't think.
I'd say it's here.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I just say the three of them went standing at the top of the ramps when they should have just called it a day.
Yeah, I should just end it wrestling at that moment.
Well, why not? Well, actually, yeah, fuck it.
I mean, Bret Hart can say, "Oh, Triple H missed a 4 out of 10," but I mean, all his matches with Taker, all his 3 of his matches were probably 8 out of 10s.
I know.
At worst, so I don't know where he's getting this fucking 4 out of 10
Right,
garbage.
Punk, 29.
I know, a great match. Punk was the lowest paid guy in this pay-per-view. He had a bit of an issue with it, but I mean, really, can you?
The lowest out of everyone?
Well, out of the top 3 main events.
What was...
Rock, Cena, Brock Lesnar, Triple H, and Taker. He was a bit pissed
I'm sorry,
off.
can you really argue with that?
But, I mean, where's he
I
thinking?
mean, maybe Triple H, because, well, hold on here. You
Ah,
don't
what's
need
it
the
for?
money. You're the fucking man of the company.
I know, but let's be
That's
real.
only when you're not going to get more than Rock or Brock. Taker at this stage is part-time. John's the man, and Trips is like, well, I'm not going to listen to this guy because I don't like him.
Pretty much. Right, where's this going? I mean, I think you had a great story. Remember that fucking big lefty on YouTube, Wrestling Jesus, WJ, if you've ever seen him?
Why don't I did the last couple, you do this one?
Remember that? The guy fucking, he poured the ashes on Taker. It's too far, man. It's sick. WWE's
not too
Fuck
far.
off, that's great. Right, that's what you need. Some guy pouring some guy's dead father's ashes on top of him. I mean, to me, that's good shit. That's what I want. And let's be honest, it's not his fucking real ashes. It's fake. Do you know what I mean? Get a grip.
I know.
So, I mean, the storyline was great.
How we put it where you fucking want it?
I'd say it's definitely in lovely stuff.
Lovely stuff.
But it's just a matter of where. I'd say it was better than Edge Taker. I'd say it was better than Batista Taker.
But to me, it's not really memorable, is it?
No. I'd probably put...
But then again, it's not like every match in lovely stuff. Like Batista Edge, to me, is not really memorable.
Batista Edge?
Like, well, those two matches against Taker, to me, I don't really remember them. I don't go, I remember the spine buster through the table.
I'd probably put...
People getting burnt in the fireworks.
I'd probably put Taker, CM Punk in between Kane and Triple H.
Right, the streak ending. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I think it's where Taker's matches go.
I think this is controversial. Now, I think a lot of people shit in this match because it ended. I'm not shitting on the match because the streak ended. I'm shitting on the match because it just wasn't very good.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
Taker got concussed. Brock's not the kind of guy you want to be wrestling when you're concussed, and that's no. But that's the thing I don't get right. Well, what do they expect him to do? Oh, let's just fucking not end the streak. Let's just call it on the fly. Have Taker win, then we'll redo it next year. They can't do that. No, they can't fucking do that.
The streak ending, right, was a shocking moment, but it wasn't like Taker's. It wasn't like a Michael's career ending kind of shock. It was shocking, but not in a great way. It's kind of like Owen Hart falling and dying.
Was anyone really surprised when Brock hit the further F5 and beat him?
Are you not?
Not really, no.
I was. But see when Owen Hart fell and died, you were shocked, but you weren't like, oh, that's shocking, best entrance ever, 10 out of 10. Do you know what I mean?
So this was more sad than...
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it just because something's shocking. I'd say it's one of the top 10 most shocking moments ever, easily. But I don't. Just because something's shocking doesn't mean just because something's shocking doesn't mean it's good.
I'm not saying it wasn't shocking, but to me, but that guy in the crowd. I mean, I don't think it was that level. Like I know it's been going on for ages, but to me, he didn't really get any offense. He did get offense.
Yeah, and you got to remember though, Lesnar wasn't booked that strong heading into this. It was after he beat the streak, he went on that fucking unbeatable run where he was beating everybody and nobody could touch Lesnar. It was Suplex City and he was jobbing everyone out.
Right, where are we putting this?
Before this, he'd lost to Triple H and he'd lost to Cena.
I know. Right, where are we putting this?
Okay. I'd say it's the best of decent. I don't think the match itself.
Yeah, the match is. I wouldn't call it shit.
I think he had a I think Taker had a concussion, and that probably didn't help him.
But the moment, brother, it's the moment. Right, next up, Bray Wyatt Taker into this match.
But was it a great moment, or was it just a shocking moment?
Both. Oh, if something's shocking, it's great.
Well, I don't know. Fucking shocked when Joe died in the last
that's different, though. That's fucking...
Fair enough. Right, up next, Bray Wyatt Taker. To me, this was just about bearable. This was shite.
I'd put it in bad. Like, what the fuck did it do? It was supposed to take place at night. It took place during the day, and it looked piss.
Taker coming at during the eye. You're right. It was
But
bad.
I can't even remember it. Well, apart from that,
I can't.
Is it the worst?
I was supposed to. I don't know. I doubt it'd be the worst. I was supposed to get Bray Wyatt over. Did fuck all for the guy did it? I mean.
Right, next up. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. Shane McMahon. Undertaker Hell in a Cell.
This was alright.
Best match of the night. Actually had not the worst build.
Yeah, if Shane McMahon wins, he gets to control, was it Raw? And then he loses, but McMahon gives him control of fucking SmackDown anyway. What was the fucking... seriously?
It's not even McMahon saying, well, you impressed me, son. You got balls, kid. Didn't he say anything like that? It was just here you go.
See, to be fair, it was better than Brock Taker. It was, I'd put this... See for a guy that hadn't wrestled in ages, and he's not even a wrestler. And he's 50.
And Taker's done.
I think we're forgetting that he's not fucking 30-year-old Shane McMahon anymore. This guy is...
young Simba.
You know what I mean? He's Mustafa, or whatever the fucking... old guy
the
was called?
toolbox and all. You had all the iconic Shane spots.
I would put this in Lovely Stuff.
I'd put it between Batista and Trips.
I go for it.
And that's rare for a match these days. But there we go. Roman Reigns versus Taker. This is where Taker. I remember at the end, Reigns is flying
bouncing off the ropes. And Taker doesn't even fucking know where he is, man.
I actually think that would. I think that would have suited him because it looked like he was done. Like he was just too old.
I know, but even Reigns didn't know where he was going. Like
I know, but do you know, like it was kind of like what's the word? Like poetry in a way. Like Taker just done.
Chaotic.
I don't know what the word is. It just kind of looked perfect.
Not
at the
poetry.
end. It kind of just looked like Taker. He looked fucked.
It did, but I don't think this is bad. I'd put it in just a bit bearable. I thought it was alright. Like I'd say it was.
I'd say it's top it.
I thought it was alright. Like considering.
No, I actually think the whole run thing and Taker didn't know who he was quality. It's not what they went for, but it worked.
I mean, I think when Taker. Oh, well, obviously with hindsight, because I know what's happened now, I'd say maybe not. But if Taker was going to retire, maybe him. But then again, see the way he left his cloak and shit in the ring? I think actually been the end of the Dead Man gimmick, and then you could have brought back American Badass. See when he left all his stuff there, but he's came back several times since?
Oh, no.
It made zero sense to me. See, could you imagine if that was the last time you seen Dead Man Taker, and then you seen like American Badass, Biker Taker versus AJ? It just would have been a lot better.
Anyway, big match, John versus the Dead Man.
This was bad. It was. I'm not gonna.
I know.
I'm gonna put it last.
Ever?
Aye.
Alright, fair enough.
Because John Cena. I mean, no. Fuck, how could it be anything but the worst ever? You've got Cena calling it Taker for weeks before Mania. Taker doesn't even show, and then Cena buys a ticket. And he's stoning in the fucking it, and then some fucking jobber comes out and tells him Taker's a right back. Taker just fucking casually arrived. I mean, this is supposed to be a dead man,
that's a thing, right?
guy that fucking teleports and rises for the grave, and he just he arrives in a Lamborghini or something backstage, and then and then Cena, like an absolute spastic, rushes to the back to find out if it's true.
I know.
For a 3-minute fucking jobber match. Fuck off. Worst match of all time. Bad. My bad.
No, I don't get. It's as if they thought, well, we need to do this build-up where we don't think we're getting the match because the match is going to be short. But what, could Taker know it went like 10 minutes?
Bought my bad. It has to be.
Right.
I mean, this match should have happened in about 2007.
But like I said, 2003. You could.
But they did have Taker Cena.
Did they pay-per-view after, was it not?
Yeah, but I think they had 2 pay-per-views back to back or something. But I mean,
I know Cena was nowhere near what but Cena against Taker is better than Taker against A-Train and Big Show. Like, it's not like you could go, well, Big Show and A-Train were the fucking they were about to get pushed to the top. No, it's just the pish, right? Fucking next, AJ Styles Boneyard match. Now we put Shane and Taker so high, and I think this is much better.
Hold on.
What?
What was the Mania with Cena? It was Cena. What match was Cena in 24? Was it Triple H and Orton?
Yeah. Right,
and Undertaker. That 24 should have been Taker Cena.
You could have put Edge in the fucking.
You could argue they couldn't do 23 because I think the 2 matches they were both in were massive matches: Taker, Batista, and Cena Michaels.
Wow.
So I'm not, you know what I mean? And then alright, Mania 22, it was Taker Henry was a bit shite, but Triple H against Cena was good because it was like Cena was like the rising guy on Raw and Triple H was the old guard, so I get that. But I mean, that's probably, I'd say Mania 24 was the first opportunity where they're right. Well, hold on here. If the best we've got is a triple threat match between Orton, because Orton and Cena. I mean, Orton and you could have done Orton and I don't know what you could have done right, but to not have Cena, see from about the 2006 to 2009. To not have Cena versus Taker in that period is fucking atrocious.
I know. Alright, next though. I get your point, but next though, Boneyard match. Down. I think it's the best thing in wrestling since. I don't know.
I know, but here I think it's overrated. Because it's the best thing in recent history, people are making it as if...
I know, but I'd say it's better than Shane Taker.
Aye. I don't think it's in the best ever, though. I'd put it in
Well,
lovely
obviously
stuff.
fucking not.
I'd put it in lovely stuff.
I'm putting it there.
I would say it's. Let me just have a look at who's who.
To me, it's iconic, so therefore it has to be from here up.
I'd probably put it in between Kane Taker and Punk Taker. I think.
Right.
I mean, it was really good. You know what I mean? But
Metallica on the bike.
I think having Gallows and Anderson in this hurts it. It's just fucking. It is what it is. I think it.
You know what? For his last match, he'll take it.
Like, see Taker, Triple H, see Taker, Shawn Michaels. See if you have fucking a couple of jobbers running, does it not just... No? I mean, I think it does.
Yeah, but... Yes, maybe Styles needed the help.
Imagine Triple H, no, Michaels, Taker, Hell in a Cell. Imagine it's not Kane that comes in and rips out the door, it's fucking...
Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, I mean, come on, fuck.
Johnny Wrestler. Right, now we're back to the fucking 90s. Is that Jimmy Snuka?
Yep. Jimmy Snuka versus Taker.
The first guy he beat. That is the first guy he beat.
I thought this was alright. I'd say this was... I thought Jimmy Snuka was no bad.
It's a bit murderer, but...
I'd put it in the just a bit bearable. I'd say it was probably...
Top 8?
No, I thought Reigns Taker was
alright. Fair enough here then.
Aye.
The first one. Kick off with the first one.
Up next.
Build it. Jake the Snake. Cannot remember this.
I like Jake the Snake. I'd say this was decent.
I'd say the build-up would have been good. I can
say...
imagine creepy Taker with the snakes.
Because Jake's a bit creepy as well. Like, I'd say this was decent. I'd put it at the bottom of decent, or maybe top with just put it something like. I'm not gonna shite on it.
Next up, Giant Gonzalez.
Bad.
This guy couldn't fucking
bad.
Move.
This is bad.
No, I'm going to do us all a favour. I'll put it. Honestly, I'll put it there.
Yeah.
Because to me, I know that makes no sense, Big Show and all, but to me, it could not be bad as that. Like, I've seen enough of Big Show and Albert's work in the Attitude Era to know.
Yeah, it's not.
This Gonzalez guy. I'm sure the build would have been better than that, but that's about it.
It doesn't seem fair that a Taker Cena match is the worst Mania match Taker's had, but under the circumstances and the fact it was a 3 minute.
I mean, it's obviously not the worst match, but
know what it was like. It was as if someone went to play WWE 2K14, defeat the streak, and they selected John Cena, and as soon as the match started, their batteries died.
Yeah.
And before they could get new batteries in the controller, they had their ass kicked for 3 minutes, and Undertaker won.
And that's the bottom line.
So there's our list, guys, from best ever all the way down to bad. Putting the Michaels Taker stuff in the top stuff ever. Lovely stuff. There's a lot of good Taker stuff, but to me, there's a difference between the Michaels and Taker shit than there is the rest of it. And that's it. Let us know what you think down below. If you disagree or have any issues with that, then be sure to tell us, and I'm sure we'll tell you to fuck off. And that's it. Till next time.
Peace. I love a rainy night.